Jackie Butler is a bank manager, but manager of a bank with a difference, the Wandin Seville Community branch of the Bendigo Bank. All banks have to make money to survive, but what community banks like Wandin Seville do with their profits sets them apart from others.
By having people banking with us, the profits that we raise gets reinvested back into the local communities. Organisations like the CFA and primary schools, preschools, any organisation that is within the community.
Here's a great story about how Wandin Seville Community Bank helped one local man's dream come true. A resident who had lived in the community for nearly 30 years before the Wandin Seville Community Bank branch opened. If you travel along the Warburton Highway from Lilydale, the first community is Wandin North, and in the middle of town is the little service station Wandin Automotive, right opposite the coffee shop. When it recently closed, it was one of the longest lasting businesses in town, run by local identity Luigi Fotia and his wife Caterina.
We started, September of 72, from memory, 72, 73, yeah, 72 I think it was.
So over 40 years.
Basically closed up around March of 2016, was it? Yes, 2016. I think it worked out about 42 years.
So you were just a young fellow when you came here?
Yeah, I was only a sparrow.
Even though Luigi made the decision to close the workshop after 42 years, he still occasionally relents when his regular customers ask him to service the vehicles he's maintained, some of them since new.
They ask, are you still doing something? I says, well look, at the end of the day, if you want me to do it, I'll do some servicing or minor repairs. I feel honoured for that.
Luigi's family story is proof that immigration works and Australia is all the better for it. Luigi's family came from the Italian town of Oppido Mamertina. His father Giuseppe was caught up in 2 world wars serving in the Italian army, and during the World War II Desert Campaign was taken prisoner and survived the horrors of a POW camp before being taken to the USA, where he spent the rest of the war. When he returned to Italy, he married Luigi's mother, but Italy was then a war-torn society suffering deep poverty. After receiving a glowing account of Australia from a family member, he left his wife and young son Luigi behind and came firstly to New South Wales to work. He sent for his bride, an 18-month-old boy Luigi, and like other Italian migrants, became attracted to Victoria's Yarra Valley.
We always used to spend weekends as a young family picnicking around the valley. They'd come from the city, our relatives, and we'd never stay home. We'd always drive out and picnic by the river and Warburton.
And so the Fotias settled with other Italian migrants farming around the Yarra Valley, especially the land close to the Warburton Highway, working hard and raising their families. Giuseppe taught his children how grateful he was to be allowed to come to this land.
Dad, in many ways, always promoted that his country of birth was Italy and loved it, but he owed Australia the rest of his life because he loved it that much. He says, I was given the full opportunities. I walked, I spoke freely, I walked freely, and people were there to help me whenever I needed help.
Luigi and others formed the Yarra Valley Italian Cultural Group primarily because they saw the older post-war migrants begin to pass away and decided to preserve their history. They did this by recording the voices of those migrants and publishing their stories in 2 books. Dreams from a Suitcase, named so because Giuseppe Fotia said he came to Australia with everything he owned, including his dreams of a better life in a battered old suitcase. This was followed by a second book, Terra Promessa, or The Promised Land, and both are a valuable record of the Italian migrant stories of life in a new land. After the books, Luigi's next project was to create a festival, the Benvenuti Festival.
Luigi has been a big supporter of the bank for many years now, and he came to us with the proposal for this fantastic festival which brings together the community and also the differences in culture that we have within the Yarra Ranges, and we thought it was a perfect fit within our goals and our values for the community bank.
Benvenuti is Italian for welcome, and that's what it's all about. It's a family day out showcasing the talent, the food and the choices of lifestyles in the Yarra Valley, and in one of the valley's most gorgeous locations, the Clara Estate and Winery at Seville East, owned and operated by Leo Palazzo. You guessed it, an Italian. But everyone is welcome.
A place to express your heritage and enjoy the relaxed, laid-back atmosphere of our valley, Yarra Valley, reflecting that we are all part of a community, irrespective of which country of birth you come from. We all have a culture, and we're richer, and this country is richer for the diverse cultures. Each culture puts in their spill on Australia. Some of it gets modified and Australianised, and in fact it's perhaps a better outcome.
The third Benvenuti Festival is set down for Sunday the 11th of March 2018. It will be a great family day out. So you're proudly Italian descent but still proudly Australian?
100% Australian. Proud to be Australian.
And Luigi says the Wandin Seville Community Bank's involvement in creating the Benvenuti Festival has been both rewarding and enjoyable.
This will be our third year, and being with us and supporting us, it's acknowledgement to us that we're doing something worthy for the community.
So you're happy to be involved in something like this?
Absolutely. I mean, as much as I love being a manager here, part of the main part that I love about being the manager is being involved in my local community and be able to give back money to the community and help them grow, basically.
So come on, the Benvenuti Festival countdown is now underway. Sunday, 11th of March 2018, Clara Estate and Winery, Seville East. Luigi Fotia will be there and you'll be welcome. Log in to www.benvenuti.org.au to find out more. See you there.